Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Depends on where you're to in the world, of course. So welcome to the Trove once again. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Of course, because this is my morning stream, of course. I try to do it every single morning. It's just basically having a cup of coffee or a cup of something or doing a cup of whatever. Anyway, what I'm looking for, ooh. Did I get some Ramones? Yeah, I got some Ramones. Woo! Gotta love Ramones. Anyway, I'm going to basically start doing my PvP. Yoink. And go down to the bottom of the. Ooh. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go do some Bomber Royale, of course. Ooh. And basically do it this way. Do, do, do. Go straight over. Ooh. Nice. All right. And while we're waiting for that, of course, I'm going to go and hopefully get some quick running in. What do I need? A brain. No, I don't need a brain. Okay, I have that. I have got that. I've got, ooh, that means I get another chance of getting another one of those. Ooh. So I got to start stockpiling them for every week because I want to be able to get my Solarian up, of course, to get the combined sparks, which is a bit expensive to make, but it's what it is. All right, we got another combined spark here. Yum. All right, that's done. Ooh, I can almost make a second one if I get some more air gems. Yes, that's the one thing I am short on right now is some air gem dust. I don't have much of that left. All right, I'm just going to go basically do some air gems right now while we're waiting for a PvP to plop up and basically be ready to go, of course. Hopefully everybody's basically enjoyed the show so far. Like I said, if you do enjoy the show so far, you can actually hit that follow button. You can also be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. All support is very much appreciated on both ends. Like I said, I do have a lot of videos and stuff like that. I am trying to mix my games together now and try to do different styles of gaming, of course. Because like I said, I've got so many games, I got so much repertoire of games. I like to be able to put them all out on fruition, but of course, I don't have the hours in the day to do it, but it's what it is. Right now, like I said, I'm looking at, trying to get a couple of these dungeons done and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go along and basically do it this way so we can get some more uh, air gem dust. Also, not just the dust, but I need to be able to have cores. I need a lot of cores because that will actually help me to do my next upgrade and so on and so forth. And of course, I'm only upgrading every Monday or when it's under reset. So, because it's a lot easier to do with night lives and stuff like that. But it's what it is, I guess. But it works quite well. Now I'm gonna go back in here. Like I said, if you never played Trove before, like I said, it's great for those people with severe ADD and ADHD. Also, it's a lot more fun to itself. Like I said, you never get frustrated with the game. You get bored with the game first, but frustration, not really. And that's one thing I like about the game itself, just because. And this game is a rare gem just because of that. Like, I mean, for me, like, what my pet peeve is with today's games, he says, okay, we will reduce load times. We will reduce this. We will reduce that. But the only problem is you're still stuck in, okay, if you're playing Fortnite, you're still stuck in about 2 or 3 minutes or even 4 minutes into a lobby. Um, and that's still all to do with load times and stuff like that too. So I would hate to see it when it was actually being put at first. If it was like, actually, not when it was put at first, but if it was put out at a much earlier year, I would hate to see the load times and stuff like that. It's like, oh boy. Like, I mean, that would be just atrocious because right now it's just horrible. Like, I mean, if I'm stuck in the lobby for any more than 3 minutes, I'm out of the game. It's no point. It's just a waste of my time. That 3 minutes, I could actually be doing a different game or put my juices or my energy into something else. And that's exactly what I look at. Like, I mean, I look at exactly what it is and the way games are designed. Like, I mean, Trove is pretty much if it crashes, well, you can get back into it right quick. Minecraft is another one that doesn't really have no load times. Um, there's a couple of good games out there that doesn't really have no load times. But if I'm wasting my time, I'm basically just taking away time from you guys to a point. And like if I'm stuck in the lobby going, hello, anybody home? Like I said, it doesn't work. Anyway, regardless, this is why, like I said, a lot of the shooter games and stuff like that, they're fun to play as a solo. But when it comes to online, it's just like, no. It's just like playing Apex, the same thing. Like, I mean, it's a fun game, yes, but the lobbies are just way too long of a wait. But I guess if you're into waiting and taking that much time from your day, I guess it's a prerogative in that. So I can't say one thing is right and one thing is wrong with that. But it's what it is. I'm so used to like I mean, I started off with the older consoles where you take about 2 minutes to even load off a game and so on and so forth, and that's coming off a CD. But I mean, you got basically time on from a server, which should be a lot faster nowadays. At least with the faster internet connections and stuff like that, there should be a time in and time out a lot faster. But some of these games do not have that, and that's the biggest problem. And when I look at it that way, it's just like, why is it that way? Like, I mean, technology seems like in certain games and stuff like that, it seems like it's actually reversed. And that's just something I look at itself when it comes to, like I said, the way the servers and everything is done. Now, I know, like I said, with free games itself, it's really hard to get those servers to actually have the complete speed because of the fact that they do cost quite a bit more money and so on and so forth. So, it's just one of those things. Then it does happen. And when it does happen that way, it's just like it's crazy. But it's something that we all got to deal with, of course, gaming and so on and so forth. But it's understandable to a point. But because of the fact that if it's not a paid service and it's a free service, it's going to be that way, you know, and so on and so forth. So you can't really complain about it, but this guy is going to be locking on to me, which is not a good day. It's not a good deal for him because I'm not going to lock on to him. I'm looking around for the third player. The third player is here someplace. I don't know where he's to. He's probably made a hole somewhere or made something, and that's it. Ooh. I'm going to go back down to here again. Hopefully I can grab that without being shot at. This guy is just locking on to me because he can't find the third guy. Ooh, no, there he is. There is the third guy. No. You're not shooting at me like that. Nope. Ooh, crap. All because of the land just fell from under me. Whoops. All right, that's okay. As long as I got my coins. I got my coins for today. We're doing good. Now I'm going to basically go back to the Sky Realm, of course, and do some grinding. And of course, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. Try to get more cores and stuff like that and work on a lot of other things. Like I said, if you don't play Trovo, whatever the case may be, I would recommend this game. Even though it crashes a bit, it does lag a little bit at times, and so on and so forth. But it's not a bad game. It's actually fun. Like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do in here. But now 20 out of 200. Ugh. Not good, not good. All right, I'm looking at exactly everything I need and everything I don't need. And this one is actually 23, so I'm almost halfway with my uh, dragon egg fragments, so it's not too bad. Let me see, what is the store? Let's see, give me a second here. Ooh, nothing there, nothing useful anyway. Not for me anyway. Now I gotta go back into the Sky Realm, of course. And of course, hey, what's up? How do you? Oh, okay. How do you level that? Well, how do you level up your Geode Mastery? Well, like I said, as I was mentioned to you before, if you followed my right. Well, if you followed my channel itself, you followed my YouTube channel, and look at some of the earlier videos. It has everything cut and paste, and that's exactly what I did it for. It's got everything broken down so people can get into the game a lot easier. But I'll explain it to you how to do it, okay? Because like I said, you're not following me with anything. You're not basically supporting my channel, but I will still try to support you as much as I can. Now, what you want to do is just do it this way, okay? And this is exactly the way you do it. When it comes to the geode, you go to the geode sanctuary, and what you want to do is basically do it this way. You go into the geode sanctuary. This is the easiest way to get 100 geode mastery. You want to go to these portals right here, just all three of them. And you also got these workbenches. Now, as you notice, I don't have like a thumper core and stuff like that. But like I said, just because I already got this quest done. But what you want to do is just basically get that done, and that will give you extra amount there. As you notice, I got everything to level 10. That gave me automatically level 100 Geode Mastery. Now, what does that do for me? Well, basically, every time I do a Geode or a Geode Topside or Delve, anything to do with the vacuum cleaner or anything like that, or anything to do with stat, right. Basically, that's exactly what happens. And this is the easiest way to get in there. Now, so you got like the Thumper, you've got the Rocket Boots, you got the Barrier Generator, you got the Pathfinder, and you've also got the Vacuum. And what it does, like I said, when it comes to that, you'll be able to use that. You'll also be able to get your daily fix of, as you're doing Geode, you can actually get your daily fix of cave creatures and stuff like that, so you can get some aventurine, because those are the three aventurine that will help you too. But that's the easiest way to get up. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't know that. Like, when you come over here, come over to the top, you'll see also other things that you can craft up here too. No, well, it depends, because I don't know what your special is right now. I do not know what your special is right now. I do not, like, I mean, right now in my store, I've got the silver egg. The silver egg is not worth it. Like, I mean, the chances of getting the allies and stuff like that, unless you are stuck from the allies. But it's a lot easier to get the very first allies by just getting the bronze eggs, which you can find them inside these portals, the 3 portals. Now, each creature, like if you've got, like, each creature will be actually there, and what you do is just feed the creatures that's in the Moonlong Grotto, basically the variant veins and so on and so forth, and you can actually be able to feed the creatures by getting blankets, medicating them, and so on and so forth. You'll be able to do it that way. So you'll be able to go along and, like I said, just to get the mastery from there too. That's another way to get the allies and stuff like that. I'm still stuck without one ally because, of course, there's no golden eggs. There wasn't a golden egg event. Well, there was an Easter egg event or Easter egg hunt there last year. But the problem is there was no. Let me see. No, that's not that. No, that's not worth it. See, your crystals and stuff like that, you can get them from Geode. Like, I'll show you. Like, I mean, when it comes to that, I'll show you exactly what I've got in my inventory. You'll understand what I'm talking about when it comes to that. And this is what I try to explain to people. I don't tell people how to play the game. I'll basically try to explain them the way I play it because I play it a little bit differently. Like, I mean, I'm not constantly trying to get the top score, even though I can actually focus on that if I really wanted to. It's not hard to do. But now let me see here. I'm looking for. Nope. No, I'm looking for that. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for McCurdy's. I'm not looking for nothing like that. Nope. Bomber Royale Blast Coins. No. I'm looking for. I can't find it right now. But I know why. Because I'm in the wrong spot. Now you're talking about crystals and stuff like that. You're talking about there. Look, I've got crystals. I got crystals. I got crystals. I got crystals. I don't spend no money on that. I just go and grind that because they're so easy to get. Like I said, when it comes to that, like, I mean, there's nothing, like, I mean, crystals, why would you spend money on these? I don't get that. This is exactly the crystals that you'll get from that pack. That's why I said it's just a waste. You want to get, like, I mean, my suggestion is you want to get, not crystals. Like, I mean, you can go along and do, oh, how do you get them? Well, you can do the delves. Or you can actually go to the portals. Those 3 portals will give you crystals. Now, the only thing is, you basically want to level up your modules, and you want to be able to level them up. So basically, your vacuum will give you crystals, and it makes it a lot easier to farm. Like, I got 172k of them. Right. So I'll show you exactly. When you first go in, I'm just going to go into Moonglow Grotto for a second. I'll show you what I mean. They're scattered all over the place. I mean, all over the place. They're not just in one spot or 2 spots. They're all over the place. You'll see them when you first go in. Okay. I'll show you exactly. Now, I've got my booster, but you see these right here, crystals. I can just run over them. It gets 1 crystal. I could go along and do these boxes. I'll get crystals. I'll heal the creatures or feed the creatures. I'll get crystals. It's so easy to get crystals. It's redundant. But yeah, I'm just going to feed one of these right now, and I'm just going to get more crystals. I get a crystal cache. I'm going to get more crystals. You get the point, you know, I think. Like, I mean, they're all over the place. Like, I mean, you get plants, you get everything. Like, I mean, that's why I said to people, like, I mean, just watch out what you're doing in the game itself. Because there's a lot of stuff that's free in the game. There's a lot of stuff that you got to pay for. Like, I mean, if there's a pack or something that shows up. Because packs do not return to the game. And that's the biggest huge problem. Like, when it comes to, like I said, me feeding these, I'll get another crystal cache from that. And they'll keep on giving me crystals. It'll basically, what it does, it gives me eggs, it gives me crystals, it gives me everything. Now, when you're actually doing the opposite side of the coin, like when you're doing like the delves, these are geode caves. There's a big difference. So what you want to do is go along and just basically pick those up. And that's exactly how it works. So now you know how to get them. So like I said, they're super easy to get. They're not, like I say, complicated. They're everywhere. Like, I mean, all you got to do is go... Well, no, you can get crystals, you can get allies, you can get different things. But most of the cases, like I mean, if I want to go in here, okay? I go inside of here. Hello. It's kind of empty in here. But I'll show you something. Hopefully this is one of the main places to get an egg. I know you can get eggs in here. I think I just went the wrong way. Let me see. I might have went in the wrong spot. No, this is only tier 1. Oh, you don't throw food at them to heal them. Oops. You need medication. You need the green med kits. And then you've got blankets for the ones that's cold. And so on and so forth. I'm looking for... I'm looking for an egg. But as you notice, like this is actually a crystal cave. You see all these crystals? They're everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Like, I mean, you could find these very easy too. But yeah, it's like I said, it's nothing in this game you cannot really get for free. Like, I mean, they did make this game free to play for a reason. But there is certain things that if you want to spend money on, you could spend money. But that's up to you. Like, I mean, I don't tell people how to spend their money. No, I don't. What I'm saying is, when you actually mention about that, I don't mind teaching you how to do it for free because I rather see you basically putting something that you're going to spend real money on, or real cash, or even some of the free credits. Because you do get a couple of free credits just for doing the side quest at the very beginning. So, like I said, it'll save yourself a heck of a lot of money and so on and so forth. And you can actually be able to focus on more of the things that actually matter and so on and so forth. Because with a credit pouches are so freaking expensive now. I remember credit pouches used to be sold for 45K each. They're over 450K to 500K now. It's like, it's more than inflation. It's basically, to me, it's a high rate of robbery to a point. And really, it's not much more expensive in the market. Yeah, I know when you buy something from PlayStation Market now, you get taxes added to it. Before, there was no taxes added to it back when I first started playing here. So it's gotten a little bit more expensive by probably an extra $2 or $3. But what people are charging for them are probably about $7 or $8 more, which is kind of crazy. Like, I mean, it's what it is. Like, I mean, you can't complain, you know. But that's exactly what I look at, you know. And like I said, for people, like I said, just hopping into the game or starting to learn how to play the game, this one didn't have no egg. It's supposed to, but I mean, I guess actually no. Level 1 is kind of iffy. But I need to go to Geo 5. But anyway, regardless of that, as you go higher and higher, like I said, the better chance of getting eggs and so on and so forth. But this is one of the caves. This is a side cave. The way to tell about the side caves itself, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. You can be able to go into here, and you'll see a doorway. Okay, you'll see a doorway, and I'll show you exactly. You see that kind of like a whitish doorway that I'm going to go through right now? You'll see that. And you'll see also, there's no marker here, because no Hagen to this one. But I don't have it running. Watch this. See, that's one vacuum cleaner. Right, because I'm not using it. I'm just showing you what you have to work with, dude. Like, I mean, I'm just showing you what you have to work with, not what I have to work with. I'm maxed out. Like, I mean, I don't know what you have and what you don't, or whatever the case may be. I'm just showing you exactly what you have. This is what your problem is over across. Is that you're asking me a question, and I'm answering the best way I can in that direction, so you be able to understand it. And what the way I'm teaching you is this: you were talking about buying a pack that will actually give you free, and that'll cost you an extra $7 or $8. Because that's what 1.5K right now of credits. If you go to buy them off of people, it's going to cost you almost $10 per pack, or $750. So you're basically spending that much more. So what it is, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. Basically, you'll be able to save up all your stuff for later. Anyway, regardless of that, when I'm actually using my vacuum, because it's no good for me to show you my vacuum if you don't have it. Yes, you see basically how many crystals and stuff I get, and this is how efficiency it is. Right. Yeah, it is very OP. And it cuts down on the time itself of grinding. And like, I mean, it cuts down so much. Like, I mean, this is why I don't buy a lot of stuff in the game, because I know how to do stuff in the game. And when I actually know how to do all this stuff, I'm like, okay, is it worth it buying? It's like I'm looking at silver eggs right now, and I've got a better chance of getting a silver egg for free if I actually want to go in and just grind it. But for me to spend probably an extra $50 on a silver egg that might not give me my ally, then there's a problem. I'm wasting my money. Like, I mean, right here, I'll show you what I mean. In my store currently, I've got a bonus here. That is about $50. That's about $50 Canadian. And is it worth it? No, because it's so much randomization. It's just crazy of what they sell stuff for. Because I'll show you. Okay, when I'm actually going to the store itself, and I want to buy credit pouches. This is what you got to look at. When you actually look at the credits you have and what you're doing, and when you actually go to buy something, you got to look at the prices. Okay, it's 5,000 credits for $39. Well, you get to add tax to that too, remember that. But for me to get the 7,500 back, it's going to cost me $70. So $70 with, it's about $77 with tax for Canadian. So it's costing me over $50 for a chance item. That is crazy. That is no. And that's exactly what I look at. I look at exactly what it's worth it, what's not, what I'm going to spend money on, what is going to be there later on for me, if it's going to hinder me, or is it going to be benefiting me, or whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, if I'm just buying random packs to try to keep the top score, I could do that, but I'm not wasting my money. It just see, the thing is, like I said, I don't waste money when I don't have to, you know. And this is what I tell people. Like, I mean, it's still the person if you want to buy something or get something. Like, I mean, I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't because that's wrong for me to do that. But I'm just saying, you see the understanding where I come from. Like what you spend money. For what you spend money on, it's unbelievable. It's like playing, basically, it's like playing, Roblox. And you're spending all this money towards Roblox and other things. And I'm not saying it's wrong or anything like that to buy the costumes. I buy costumes here all the time. But I would have spent $50 on something that's going to actually make my character look different or something like that, to a point. Now, that's all I'm doing right now because there's no mastery beyond 500 that will actually give me any other stats. Like, I mean, a lot of people actually go along, oh my God, you got such low mastery. Well, I'm like, okay, I don't have low mastery. First off, I might not be at the top because I'm not spending like hundreds and hundreds of dollars because I find it ridiculous. And of course, spending the money the right way, you will save a lot more. Plus, when you actually go along and do an event, and this if you got flux and stuff, you can actually buy the credit pouches off of people. You can actually play this game 100% free if you've got the time enough to play it. That's the thing. It is a massive MMO, and it is basically free to download, free to play. But you can literally play this 100% free if you decide to do so. Like, I mean, all you got to do is have the time and effort and so on and so forth. This is why I've got a lot of years playing this and a lot of understanding. I hate seeing people just waste resources and stuff like that, which you can actually use for events, which a lot of the mounts and stuff you can actually get for free. And you can get master for free as well. So, like, I mean, it's a lot of different ways of doing different things in the game. And this is why, like I said, this is why my YouTube channel and stuff like that is there for helping people out and so on and so forth. Now, I'm in level 2 right now, and there is an egg in here, or I got a chance of being one. So I'm going to go along and show you exactly what I'm talking about by the bronze eggs and stuff like that. I got a better chance of getting a bronze egg in here because it's only level 2. But the higher level you get, the more better chance you're getting that. It's not bad, actually. Like, I mean, you're just watching me using it once right now, and you'll see it in less than 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds, and it's back up again. So, basically, it's not a long cooldown. And, like, I mean, you can use it over and over. So, it's an item that you'll have forever, which is really good that way. So, I'm going to go along here and see if I can find a bronze eggs. See if I can get what. And sometimes it's hidden in here between everything. And I'll show you how easy it is to get the allies. Now, I'm stuck with a rare ally. I've been stuck with that for a bit the last time. You can't open the eggs. You can hatch the eggs, which you need the incubator. The incubator is back. I'll show you what the incubator is too, so you understand that part of it. So give me a second. The incubator, I've got to go back to the atlas. I'm just going to say forget it. If you already got 2 eggs, that means you kind of understand exactly what to do with that. So, but what you do is go to the incubator, which goes back to here, and I'll explain this one right quick so you'll be able to get it. Basically, the incubator's on the bottom floor. Uh, Down here, nope. Um, yeah, let me see. No, it's on the, nope. Give me a second here. This is where the portals are to. I remember where everything is to. It's just that I'm just trying to find a specific thing here. I'm just basically showing you where the incubators are to. Incubators are up here. You get the PvP arena here. This is the very first one before they actually add it to the hub. They just left this one here. And then they also got the incubators are over here. So when you come over here, you can actually open up extra slots too. Like I've got 3 slots. I got the 2 slots open, but I'll show you exactly what it does. It's a requery that you can actually be able to use. Now the requery is for these. The requerum. Basically, you can pop one in, and it'll actually go in along in 2 hours. It'll go along and give you crystal or give you something else, whatever the case may be. Now, that is one side of the coin. Now, there's an egg incubator up in the other spot, which is right here. And I'll show you where that egg incubator is right now. I've got the 3 spots opened up. See, I can add eggs, and I can go along and add a bronze egg. And what I'll do is just give me a timer. It's 10 hours and do it that way. So, yeah. So I can go along 1, 2. But bronze eggs are useless in the game. Like, I mean, it's such a low chance. But I can put 3 here. And then if I've got my geode done out, I can actually go over to here. And I can use the things that looks like ninja stars. And I'll show you exactly what they are. These are lodestars. They look like ninja stars, but, you know. But what you want to be able to do is you can make some of them. And if you got enough quarkstone and so on and so forth, you can actually speed up the timer. Instead of waiting 10 hours, one of these will do 2 hours of cooldown, which is basically the timer. But you need to get to enthusiast to actually get there. Just to let you know. So you'll be able to use that and utilize that as much as you can. Now, what you want to do is just basically build up on top of that and be able to get your geode up. And that's how you do it. It's really simple to get your geode up. The only thing is, it'll take you a bit of time to do the side quest for down here, because you got to worry about the portals. And then each portal will give you a different module. So you got like the 3 portals. You start mixing, matching with the resources and stuff like that to level them and so on and so forth. And that's exactly how that works. So just to let you know, it's super, super easy. And you'll be able to do it in no time. You'll be able to get that Geode 100 Mastery and be able to get that going. And once you are finished with that, you'll be able to go back and start doing your regular mastery and stuff too. And when you do delves, like I said, doing delve runs and stuff, you'll be able to use the vacuum cleaner there. Hey, Z1, what's up, man? How are you doing this morning? Hopefully you're doing great. Of course, doing a little bit more Trove. I've got to basically start doing a little bit less Trove. But, I mean, the Trove is such a fun game. It's just like one of those things. Awesome, yeah. I'm glad you have, dude. Woo! So am I. I'll jump for you. Whee! But anyway, regardless of that, oh, nice. Yeah, awesome, dude. Yeah, the C4 gear just takes that much more to get there. And I will tell you this, it's not how easy people thinks it is, because it's one of those things that you got to grind. Sorry. No, just kidding. Anyway, regardless of that, it's just a lot of grind is what it is. It's like everything else in the game. Like, I mean, if you are looking for extremely rare something, it's best to stay in that one map and just grind it. Like, I mean, if you're trying to make flux with some items and stuff like that, or even get some of the rare mounts that's dropped into the world, like, I mean, stick it in one area will actually give you a better chance, because you get that RNG in that roll. And that roll basically will give you a better chance. But see, a lot of people, it's still depending on your RNG too. but I mean, you get a better chance because you're killing so many enemies. You're killing a lot more than just the norm, and so on and so forth. That makes a big difference. I noticed a couple of times when I was actually doing my mastery and stuff like that, I started doing that. I started basically camping out. And I was camping in U4. And someone asked me, hey, what the heck are you doing U4? I'm like, I'm basically camping. He said, what do you mean by camping? I'm roasting noobs. No, just kidding. Basically, I was just getting mastery and stuff like that. And what I was doing is just basically looking for certain mounts and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. But like I said, I'm glad you get your first C4, of course. Like I said, I'm mucho happy for you. Ooh, Spike Roller. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if you really, like, I mean, if you've got really almost nothing else to do in this game, like, I mean, you can camp zones like crazy, and that's how you, another way of making not quick flux, but I mean, if you don't have the item, you can get the mastery from it, and you save yourself a heck of a lot. Yeah. Well, certain mounts and stuff like that is a bit. Now, it basically some of the stuff is overpriced, but you got to make sure you don't need it yourself. If you need it yourself, then better use it yourself. Because if you are actually doing that and looking for mastery itself, it's better to go along and get the mastery yourself instead of paying somebody else your flux. Because flux, like of course, is like the real money or real world currency itself inside of Trove. Like, I mean, you don't want to spend like $15 on something that you just grind it and it took 2 days to get there, you know? And that's exactly what it looks, that's exactly the way it works. Like, I mean, that's the same thing with the market and stuff like that. You gain extra a number amount of flux and whatnot, like say from flipping or basically selling items or doing all that stuff. Flipping does give you a bit better chance, but the only thing is there is only a certain percent. Before, like I said, if I've got an item that's up for sale and I'm selling it for 20 less, you can probably bring it up to where it's actually still sellable and make that 20. But 20 flux is not much. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does big time. It does in U11 when you're actually doing the geo topside. It does affect damage. It only affects it a certain percentage, though. It doesn't affect it all the way, but it does. It does to change the values. Okay. Basically, I will mention this secret once and only once. Basically, I mentioned it before in one of my videos. You see these guys right here. This one is full of lava. Of course, I'm not going to open it up. But you'll see these little crystals below. You get a green one of this, you'll actually be able to get a start of the Neo Sky Wings, which is kind of like the Neo City green outlined wings that you can get for free. That is the very first piece, but it's not this one, it's the green colored one. So if you can find a green colored one, it'll be your chassis. It's the very first piece you'll get from there. And that'll be the light chassis. You get different pieces. Like I said, I've already got a video on that as well. But since I'm here, I'm just going to show you that, guys, because it's one of those things. It's a hidden set of wings that's in the game that's absolutely for free. It's 100 mastery. It's worth getting if you really want to put a little bit of time and effort and grind that. Like I said, my video does explain quite a bit. That's why I've got my YouTube channel, like I said, to explain all this stuff. So people can actually get into the game and get all the stuff and everything in the game and not worry about anything else like in that direction. So they're not wasting their time doing absolutely nothing. Because, like I said, when it comes to a grinder and you're stopped or stuck or whatever, basically you waste a lot of time trying to get stuff. And that's exactly what happens. So basically what happens is you end up staying into the hub and stuff like that. As you noticed, I don't spend no time in the hub. I'll go along and do grinding. I do jams. I do all that stuff. And like I said, even if you were watching other people, hey, Sam, how are you doing, my friend? And welcome to the channel. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing great. Yeah. But like I said, if you Well, basically, I'm still breathing and I'm still surviving so far. I'm not doing too bad, though. Like I said, this is my morning stream of Trove. And of course, just basically doing the basic grind to get my karma bars up and so on and so forth. Breathing is good. Yeah. What was it? You know something? I would eat to breathe H2O because you get waterlogged. But anyway, O2 is already good. But anyway, regardless of that, the thing is, like I said, if you don't play Trove or whatever the case may be, I would suggest this game to people. Yeah, O2 is all right. Yeah. Um, too much O2 though to make your voice kind of high. I could use some salt. Yep, pretty much. Put a little bit of salt in there. Saltage. But yeah. But like I said, yeah, if you don't play Trove or whatever the case may be, I would recommend this game to anybody. And even though it's crashes quite a bit and stuff like that, but it is a game that you have to put a bit of time into it every day. You don't have to spend a lot of time into it. But you want at least to get your karma bars. You want to get different things in the game. Now, if you are wondering how to play the game, like I said, you can check my YouTube channel. It's in the description itself. That will actually explain everything in the game itself. Basically, I've got so many troll videos. And I will tell you this. I got so many troll videos right now, it's actually killing my YouTube channel. Basically, people get the information and they pack up and leave. And that's been there happening the last little bit. It's not that I'm not active in my YouTube channel. It's not that I don't know how to do a YouTube channel. It's just that. And basically what I'm doing is just uploading all my videos from Twitch because I'm thinking eventually maybe, like I said, after I'm finished with Twitch a little bit, I basically would want to try to build up a YouTube channel, or basically that's what I'm doing anyways, and doing it that way. So I might make it a little bit more active than what it is, so I can actually get some streams in there. But the only thing is, like I said, Twitch is good enough for now, of course, and try to get that. And plus, I find a lot more games are actually on Twitch currently, so. You know, like I said, I like joining people to do and enjoy the same thing as I do. So, you know. But right now, like I said, I'm just basically grinding it out. I'm not just doing gem dust or anything like that. I'm doing basically three things at once. I'm getting gem boxes, getting gem dust, and also cores, actually four things, because I'm also doing my karma bars, which is 5 karma bars. Right now, I'm at my second karma bar. I got 3 more to go, and so on and so forth. And that's how you get your bonuses and stuff like that, and buying night lives and stuff like that, and other things. Like, I mean, if I wanted to go along and go to the store, I can go along. When I get enough, basically that, I can go to gems, and I can actually upgrade my gems instead of spending real money into it. Like, I mean, I don't spend money out when I don't have to. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just absolutely a waste. Like, I mean, I don't mind, like I said, supporting the game and stuff like that, because when you support the game, if everybody was playing absolutely for free, I played a game that was absolutely for free. You know how long the game actually lasts? It lasted about 2 years. Then it died. It's called Happy Dungeons. You see, if you add me to your profile on PlayStation, you'll see me having really extremely that one rare game that doesn't exist anymore, because it was absolutely for free. They never made no fundings. They never done nothing. After 2 years, they shut the server down. So. Yeah, that's why I'd like to see good games to stay around for a little bit, but you know, it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, it happens when it does happen. Like, I mean, if you people be like, oh my God, it's free. Yeah, it's free to a point, but if you don't support it, the free is gone. And that's exactly what happens. So, like I said, I'm just glad Trove has been around for so long, and I'm just glad it has the support that it has. Like, I mean, it's keeping it alive quite a bit longer, and so on and so forth. A couple of times on even PC, they were starting to lose a lot of their players. And what happened is, see, when you get up to a certain point in the game itself with Trove, like I said, you will get bored with it. You will actually want to take periodical breaks. But some of these breaks, like if you're paying into the game or whatever the case may be, or even play for free, basically, if you're taking these breaks in between, you will actually hinder on some of these free games because their revenue and stuff is much less. Not saying their service is crap, not saying whatever, but some of these services is trying to make high end servers just to maintain them and stuff like that. It's not cheap. It's like building a gaming computer. You can spend like say $6,000 or $7,000, but then you actually need to maintain that. So you might spend another 6 or 7 thousand just to maintain it throughout the time that you have it, and so on and so forth. So you might spend about 20,000 or 30,000 time you're finished with that build, and that's exactly what happens. And people don't realize that when it comes to that, people are like, oh man, I can buy something really cheap. But like I said, servers are more expensive than that. If you're watching Linus Tech Tips and stuff like that, you'll see how expensive things can be. He's spending probably $15,000 to $20,000 just in one sitting just to make a server just for his office. And people be like, why in the heck is he spending that much? Sometimes he don't even have the latest stuff. Sometimes he just buys stuff just to replace stuff that he has to try to keep going. And it's crazy, when it comes to that, And that's exactly what I look at. People be like, oh man, it's cheap. No, it's not. There's nothing cheap in this world anymore. What people pay for and stuff like that is crazy. Anyway, hopefully everybody's doing good, of course, this morning. And hopefully everybody's enjoyed the stream so far. Just doing a little bit of Trove, of course. Like I said, just basically the support to a YouTube channel would be more appreciated, of course, at this point. Like I said, just for supporting you as the gamer. Because, of course, when it comes to my YouTube channel, that's where all my videos are too. Twitch only saves stuff for about a week, and then it's done. People don't realize that way Twitch actually works. Only for Twitchers that knows exactly how that works. And that's just it. If you're basically a major streamer or whatever the case may be, if you're doing like 1 or 2 streams a day, or even sometimes 3, I was doing three streams in a day, try to fill up all the time zones. Yes, sometimes I'll get on here and it'll be a dead zone. But it's going to be a dead zone sometimes. It's not going to be active all the time, and so on and so forth. So you got to take the pros and cons of that, And that's exactly what I look at. If you're basically an active streamer, you'll understand. Like I said, all support in one direction. It's great, awesome, tubular, even better. But the only thing is, it's where all my videos and stuff is stored. Now you'll see a lot of Trove. That's the only thing. And Trove is basically the game I played for so long. That's why it's got so much support videos. I would like to be able to get my other games and stuff posted up there too. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to do a Sonic series. I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to do some classic games. I'm trying to get back into them as well. But there's a limited of without having a capture card or anything like that. There's a great big problem. And the great big problem is I'm trying to get a good, decent capture card that has good frame rates and stuff on so on and so forth, so it does not drop off. I don't want to get a stream that's going to be grainy and stuff like that and looking very ugly. That's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm looking at probably $200 plus Canadian just to get a capture card that plugs into one of my USB ports. But anyway, regardless of that, basically that's what I'm looking for the future, so I can actually connect my PlayStation 5 to my computer to my PlayStation 4, so I can get all these games and stuff running as well under one instance. But like I said, it's all to do with spending money and try to actually do something with it. And more so, I do streaming just for the fun of it too, and also to meet other people across the world, because you never know. And who you're going to meet out of here. Sometimes you get those weird people. Sometimes you get good people. Sometimes you get people. You get people. But that's going to happen. That's going to happen when you walk outside your door. And that's exactly what I look at. Anyway. Like I said, when it comes to that, like I said, it's just crazy. I work with the public a lot. Like I said, and so on and so forth. It works quite well. And I do have a lot of fun doing what I'm doing. Let me see. Going straight over. Do. Just a few more dungeons, of course, and I'll have all my karma bars done. Like I said, every single dungeon will give me a percentage of my karma bar. So, yeah. Like when it comes to like I mean I try to explain this to people. Like I mean I don't tell people what to do or anything like that. I'll make a suggestion. If you basically want to get into a certain game and you want to get the videos and stuff like that, that's why I mentioned my YouTube channel, because if you support it basically a little bit more than what my Twitch is, at least you get a constant flow of videos, because usually I put up 2 or 3 videos every day. Now, it might be about racing, and it might be about this, and it might be about that, but it's all there on my channel. Like, I mean, it's just it. But see, Twitch, I can stream, what was it? I'm after streaming over 100 hours this month alone on Twitch. I'm that active. But Twitch, as you noticed, it goes along. I don't have over 100 hours of videos on my channel, just because of the fact that they do delete them after 7 days. Now, getting an affiliate and stuff like that, it's nice to be able to have, but that only gives me 14 days. So that means it gives me a little bit more time to work with what I've got. Probably even do some get into video editing, going back to a little bit of old school, a little bit, and working on that. But right now, like I said, it's just those 7 days is not giving me nothing to really work off. Like, I mean, I got to constantly stream just to basically, just to keep my videos up, which is not a problem. But, I mean, I like to be able to go along and get the affiliate, to get the 14 days, take a break when I need to, and so on and so forth. So everybody deserves a break. Like, I mean, if you basically know my activity, like, I mean, and try to follow my schedule, and schedule starts in the morning. Like, I do one stream. I could be just Trove. It could be racing. It could be anything. I like to do a Trove in the morning because I can get my karma bursts and stuff done. And then by the afternoon, I might switch over to a different game or whatever the case may be. And I do have a schedule that I do try to follow as well. So I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff all at once. Like, I mean, I'm probably one of the most active streamers to a point for people that I know. Because some people only do, like I said, every 2 or 3 days, they might put up a 5 or 6 hour video. But I can do that at the same time. But the only thing is, sometimes if you're doing 5 and 6 hour videos, sometimes you'll end up in a dead zone. And if you are in a dead zone, you'll basically, that 5 and 6 hour video doesn't mean nothing. And that's exactly what happens. So you take your chances in doing what you're doing, and you look at exactly what you need to be doing itself. Like, I mean, if you're basically getting into streaming, and yes, I'm talking about streaming because I'm streaming right now, but it's also coming off topic. But if you, off topic of gaming, but it's all incorporated into gaming. But if you are serious with streaming itself, it does take a lot of hours. It does take a lot of work. Like, I mean, think of it this way. I always basically kind of made fun of streamers to a point because I never understand it. And now I'm basically a streamer myself. I was like, oh my God, really? I've got to go along and do this, and this for this to work. Oh boy. So yeah, it's still a lot of fun. Like I said, you can make a lot of fun to it. And plus you got people to communicate with sometimes. Like, I mean, if you got an active stream, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Like, I mean, but that's how you do it. And like I said, what time you got to put into it. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that doesn't have time enough to stream and stuff like that. And that makes a big, huge difference at the end of the day, too. Like, I mean, if you don't have the time, if you're going to school, or basically you got or a job, some people got to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Try to basically pay their bills and stuff like that. And that's exactly what happens. You don't have time enough to basically even game sometimes. I've got like 3 or 4 friends of mine, basically in the real world, not the virtual world. They are extreme gamers. They'll go along, hey man, I used to play World of Warcraft. I used to play this. I used to play that. I used to enjoy it a lot. And then all of a sudden they said, I can't play it no more. And I asked them why. I said, don't you have the time enough to do it? No, I basically work this job. And he said, I'm lucky to get a 3 or 4 hours sleep every day. So that's exactly what happens, you know? And like, I mean, life changes will actually change your gameplay as well. So it's not 100%, oh my God, I can do this every day. It's not going to happen. Like, I mean, if you got a job or something like that, or you can get out and get a job. Now, if you are trying to get your only income as streamer and do it that way, that means you got to put off a lot of stuff to make money. And I mean, you got to drop your job, you got to drop everything, and just become a literal sit down and basically StreamYard out every single day for hours on end just to try to get things done. And I noticed that it's like, oh my God. Like, I mean, I do work at a regular job too, like on weekends, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, every second week. Sometimes I'll do events and stuff like that. I do car shows, I do all that. It's a very interesting life to a point, but it's the only way I can make money right now currently. And if I do make a little bit off Twitch or whatever the case may be, what I was basically told and what I was basically reading up as well, not just told by video, like I said, told by other Twitchers, that don't expect a lot of money at the very beginning. Don't expect a lot of stuff to come out right off the hop because it said it's very unlikely it's going to happen. But the only thing is, it's all to do with the experience. So as I said before, I really don't basically listen to other people because I do what I need to do and whatever the case may be. And of course, I enjoy it at the time with you guys as well. So, like I see, somebody like streaming like for 2 or 3 times a week. Like I said, yeah, you probably make a little bit of money, but like I said, what was mentioned in one of the other streamers, he turned around and said this. He said, "Hey, Goofy, how are you doing, my friend?" Like I said, I hope you're doing okay this morning. Of course, this is basically a stream about streamers. I've done this before, just a little bit ago. Like I said, and I'm here willing to answer questions and stuff on games too. It's just nobody is asking me anything, so I just basically. I'm just doing a random speak right now. So, yeah, it's just something to fill the air a little bit instead of just watching me playing Trove. I mean, Trove is fun to watch and fun to play as well, but, I mean, it's what it is. Yeah, and good morning, Meat Grinder. How are you doing, my friend? I was looking at your stats. Congrats, dude. Seriously, you're getting up there in PR, but I like I said, you're just a bit above me, but you're not very much. But it's really like I mean, following my videos and stuff like that will help you get up to the higher ranks too. But you also got to remember you got to put the time and effort into it. It's not just getting in there and say, "Hey, man, I've got this," and then do nothing else like for the rest of the day. It doesn't work that way. Like, I mean, like I said, the more time you put into Trove and stuff like that, the more you benefit from it. Like, I mean, I don't stream Trove constantly or anything like that, or I don't play Trove constantly. Like I said, do I lack anything? Not really. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, I get in to do my karma bar, do my PvP, basically once a day. Until I get the dragon, that's all I care about because I wanted to have that 250 mastery. Plus, I want to be able to have the a few little stats that it gives. It's not major stats. It's like, nah. It's more to do with the overall, basically the knockback, whatever the case may be. And it's still kind of useless because you don't get enough of it. But anyway, regardless of that, like I said, I'll look at exactly what I'm going to be needing and so on and so forth for the future. And like I said, I like to have that 30 power rank for every single class, not just one. So, like I said, that makes a huge jump as well. So, you get the 30 PR for 16 classes. So, 13 times 16 is 30 times 16 is what you get. So, you're looking at just almost close to, I think it's like 700 or 800 or something like that. But that's a lot of grind. That's a heck of a lot of grind for each character. It's like crazy grind. Like, I mean, it's really easy to get to 46k PR if you know what you're doing. But like as I said before in my other videos as well, even on my YouTube channel, basically the thing is, it's really easy to grind if you got the time enough to grind. If you do not have the time enough to grind, just forget about it. Because it does take 45 minutes to an hour just to get everything done. Like, I mean, when you actually watch my streams, you look at a 45-minute stream, you'll see when I'm actually cut off my stream because that's when I'm actually finished. Plus, well, Trove crashes quite a bit. I try to make shorter streams so I can get it just before it crashes because it gives me indication before it actually starts crashing. So it might they be 45 minutes, it might be 2 hours, it might be whatever. And it'll basically give me lag or it'll give me screen tearing. It'll give me something to let me to know, oh no, it's going to crash. And I'm like, oh, okay. And like I said, if you've got like, because it's all to do with memory dumps. Like, I mean, if you understand about computers and stuff, yeah, all right, my friend. But if you understand about computers and stuff like that, when you get a memory dump, you get that blue screen or black screen or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, you'll see. Give me a second. You'll see basically when it after. Give me a second. I gotta get a drop of water. You see basically PlayStation and stuff like that does a memory dump. PC does a memory dump too over time. But a different memory dump is done through PC. It's actually done through, it'll give you a warning that it's starting to run out of memory. But PlayStation does not give you the warning. And that is the great big huge problem. It's not a great big huge problem when your game actually absolutely crashes. But it's when you're actually streaming, you got your streaming connected to all your stuff, and everything crashes and goes dead. That makes a great big huge difference at the end of the day. And like I said, it kind of disrupts things as well. So that's why I don't like playing games that's a little bit fidgety. But I don't mind playing games that's actually fun. And like I said, Trove is one of the games I've been playing for, well, ever since I came out of console. And I also played it a little bit more on PC. I played that for about a year and a half on PC. So, like, I mean, I'm very avid in this game. There is a lot of information to take in on this game as well. If you didn't play the game before, and like I said, you can always pick it up. It's actually for free on the PlayStation Network. And the game is a lot of fun. It's not frustrating. Like, I mean, it is a grind. I mean, a really long grind. But if you are actually into like the MMO RPG type style games, it is different from basically the Call of Duty and so on and so forth. It's just more than just graphics and more than the shooting and whatever the case may be. They do have a PvP arena, which is kind of weird, the way they got it done and implemented. Like, I mean, they do have Battle Royale and stuff like that into the game itself and so on and so forth. So they also got a bunch of stuff into the game itself, like what they done with Minecraft. Like, they do have, like, places you can build stuff and everything else. Like, I mean, I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to take a little bit of green here, okay? I'm going to gather some blocks. As you notice, it'll go along and say a problem green block. And I can actually go to a cube converter and make that into a dark green and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of different colors and colorations into the game itself that you can actually use and utilize. So this is something you can actually look into too as well. Like, if you're a builder, not a grinder, you can actually build in here and so on and so forth. There is a lot of options to Trove. Like, I mean, but I'm a constant grinder. You'll see me grinding and grinding and grinding, just because of the fact that I like grinding. I like building characters. Some people just don't like the building characters. Some people just don't care about mastery system. They'll go along, start building really nice clubs and stuff, because it's all to do with imagination. It's just like playing Minecraft. It's all to do with the imagination and so on and so forth. And the better your imagination, of course, the better the build and so on and so forth. Or even if you could find some blueprints and stuff online, you can actually go online and get some blueprints and basically cop that. To TV after I stripped. Oh yeah. Oh no! I said welcome to the stream, there, meat grinder, and then I was saying about PR and stuff like that. I said you're a bit higher than me in PR, but I said this. Like I said, that's not exactly. Is that PR is one of the easiest things to get? Like, I mean, I'm looking at the leaderboards right now, and of course you probably do a little bit more grinding than I do, but let me see here. I'm looking at it here. I'm in a 23rd right now, but you're just a little bit higher than me, but just a little tiny bit. We're basically chase each other, which is fine, which is fine. But you know, it's all to do with fun. You know, that's what it is. Like I mean, like I said, getting 10k PR is not much PR. Like I mean, that's a couple of extra crystalline or whatever the case may be. It's not a real huge difference. Plus, like say, try to get up to the top. Like I mean, the top player, have fun trying to get there. That person spent so much money in this game. A lot of that is the next that's a replacement of ogre. If you know who ogre is, and back in the day, you will understand this character player spends a lot of money in the game. They really, literally spends credits like it's water. So you know, it depends on what it is. Like, and I tell you what, meat grinder. What is your PR? Yeah, if the Grandma Carey is 97% max characters. Not 100%, 97. You're still working on a few extra characters. But it's the characters that they're not worried about. But I mean, even if you max all your characters, you're only going to use one or two characters, maybe three if you're lucky, in the whole entire game. So it's no point of actually maxing everything out. I don't get that. But I mean, I guess it just game changes or something, and you don't have to swap out a bunch of stuff. But you still can swap out your stuff. For me, I'm missing banners because banners are only one PR. Yeah. I mean, one mastery. So it's not a real big thing. Yeah, I know. I don't. I really don't care about the banners. I really don't. I started collecting them, and then I found out how much they worth, and I was like, no, I'm not going to get those. Like, I mean, I might get them at the very, very, very end, like when I'm in the freaking 900 range of mastery. But right now, I'm like, I really don't care. I really don't care. It's such a low mastery. It's not even funny. Yep, I. That's exactly what I've got. But you got to remember, I've got characters. I'll show you. This is what I was talking about. I've still got characters with stellar gems. So, as I told you, I can easily, basically catch up to you really quickly if I decide to do so. I got a bunch of stellar gems still. So, but I'm not using that as bragging or anything like that. But you know, it's just something like I don't care for, like I said, placements or anything like that. I just play it for fun. But I love to see somebody else basically doing what they do too. Bird, it's a love hate relationship with that character. It's like, is it actually worth getting, or is it worth doing what with? I don't like the bird eater myself. It's just like no. Like I'll show you when I go to my bird is just not even that high. Really, it's not. My bird is 36k. I stopped them there. Like I mean, 6k is not nothing. They're nothing shy off of 30. But anyway, regardless of that, it's just I don't work on them itself because they don't do enough damage. They don't do anything for me in the game, and it's like, why am I going to build something that doesn't do anything? I can see if you actually rework the bird and try to make him more useful, but I don't know. I don't know if that will ever actually happen because that would be a complete, yeah. Oh my God! You can still remember that game? Oh jeez, I remember playing that when I was younger. That game started back in the 90s. That was actually not too bad. But it was a fun game. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, why would you actually want to go along and yeah? Oh, yeah, you know, I was gonna say, Meat Grinder, you do you have a PC by chance? Do you have a PC? Because there's a reason why I said that. If you're rebuying that music, okay, it doesn't take a lot, but look under what was it? Stepmania. This is all for free for PC. Look under. Look under. No, you don't need a high end PC because it's deal with the old. That's not what I asked, meat. I asked just to basically. I'm gonna let you know how to get Stepmania and DDR for free. Now you can use dance pads still. You can still use your fingers. You can use a controller. You can use everything. Like I mean, but what it is, you can look for these are the websites you can actually check out because I was deeply into it too at one point. Um, uh, uh, that is one. DREXTREME. That's another one. Um, BEM BIAMI STYLE. Beyond Style is another one. I, dude, right, but you can buy the adapters and stuff for that, dude. Like, I mean, why would you buy the game and yeah, but still, you could buy the adapters and stuff. But see, you could buy like, you know something? I will tell you this: when it comes to like the dance pads, you can get them specifically made for the computer, and it's a lot cheaper to get them that way instead of buying like the disc over and over. What I'm getting at, because what I did before, what I got from my computer. Like if you see me playing Minecraft and stuff like that, I do have a professional Steel Series. Um, Basically, what it's called now, it's the Steel Series Duo. So STELRIES DUO, and that's the name of the controller that I use. It has really good DPI. It has really good response time, and you'll basically fall in love with it because it's a 2.4 gigahertz controller. And what it is, it's designed just like the PlayStation controllers. So it's very soft on the hands, and it's basically very aerodynamic. And I'd love to playing it when I'm actually playing Minecraft. I'm doing all that stuff on my computer. The controller is only about $50 US, but it'll last you for years, of course. And like I said, all the stuff that's on the controller is interchangeable. Like I mean, all the like say the buttons, the switches, and everything else, you can actually upgrade them, which is really nice. And it's almost kind of like a budget. Oh, okay. So I know, okay, you're dealing dual sense. You're dealing with something directly with the motors and stuff. Well, this one doesn't have. Oh, okay. Speaking of which, sandwich, what? Um, yeah, like I said, yes, I have. I have. I'm not spending that much money on a controller, because controllers and stuff like that are basically a bit pricey as they are themselves. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not gonna spend $300-400 and just get controller drift. No. So yeah, you just go along and say, "Hey man, I played this for 6 months, and I'm playing this game, and all of a sudden, controller drift, and it cost me 400." No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I never really, I don't use scuff controllers. Never did. Like I mean, they're no different than a regular controller to a point, except a few extra switches and stuff attached. But not yet. I don't think they did. You know what you could do is take a regular controller, And you know you can get a scuff attachments to a regular controller and basically spend less money. They basically are clip-on attachments. You can get them from PlayStation. You can get them from everything, and they're much cheaper. Like, I mean, you can buy them off of Amazon. You're probably paying $20 for the whole entire clip-on, and it does exactly the same thing as scuff. You get the little bit better response time. You get very close to the scuff response time. I mean, very close. Yeah, exactly. Well, same thing with the controller I'm using. Like, I mean, it's a module. When you take off the top of the controller itself, there's a module that I can actually replace. There's two little tiny pieces there. I can actually replace that. Yeah, I will. I want to see exactly what the price of the new controllers are because I know the prices after going up on the controllers. Like the PlayStation 5 controller, well, Canadian is $91, and the controller I've got for in the US, if you replace the controller for PlayStation 5, but see, PlayStation 4 is $35. What's the difference between? A bit of difference, but not a heck of a lot of difference. And that, like, I mean, PlayStation 5 to me is a little bit overhyped for certain things. Like, I mean, the controller, DualSense, it basically depends on if the game is fully utilizing that. It's like, okay, I know PlayStation 5 is boasting that he can do 8K. I'm sorry, it can barely do 4K. I had the video card at the 2070 from my computer, and I tried 4K. I used to get 25 frames, between 25 and 27 frames. I might reach 32 frames at times for certain games. Now, that's going into 4K. That's using ray tracing and stuff too. But is it actually worth getting, like I said, boasting that? No. It's basically a sales gimmick. Yeah, yeah, true. Like, I mean, I look at exactly what it is. Like I said, I want to know exactly what I'm buying first. Like, I mean, I do own a PlayStation 5, and I recommend that people wait till the Pro comes out. Trust me, you'll be more happy with that. Because right now, the PlayStation 5 is only using a 2070 GeForce card that's built into the motherboard. And of course, you can't swap it out or anything like that. But the only thing is, if you wait for the Pro, they're thinking about putting a 3060 or higher video card in that. So it's going to be a better frame rates and so on and so forth. They're actually trying to design it roughly about around the game. Let me think. The Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk right now is the most hated game for consoles to a point. I can't say it's hated by everybody, but I know basically because of the frame rates drops, frame rate drops, also the glitches and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I'm after doing it on PC. I've got a 3070, which is better than the PlayStation 5 currently. And I will tell you this. There's not a great big, a hell of a lot of difference. I'll get an extra probably 10 or 15 frames, which is not much. But the graphics and stuff like that will basically make you floored. Because the coloration looks a heck of a lot better. The rendering and stuff. Yeah, they were. It was that bad. It was just like, oh my God, really? Why? And it's like, because a lot of people bought it for the Xbox. A lot of people bought a PlayStation 4. But do you know how they are fixing their problem? One of the biggest problems that they got with software? They're discontinuing all the older consoles. They're not even working on like the PlayStation 4 anymore. They're saying they're dropping that. They're dropping that completely right off the map. They said since it doesn't have the hardware to run it, and so on and so forth, and the hardware is so dated, they said screw it. We're just going to leave it to the next gen consoles. They should have done that at the very beginning because it is better on PC, way better on PC. Oh, basically, like I mean, I do have a stream like I said, of my 3070 on my YouTube channel to show you. Now it's only in 720p, but you'll see it doesn't stutter. It doesn't give it off issues like it does with the console. This is why I said when it comes to gaming, like it's a great big difference. Plus, you could change the hardware, but the only thing is waiting for the next console. Like I said, and making it work right for gamers, that would be awesome. Uh, well, see, the thing is, what they did was try to make the game. So, but you got to remember, PlayStation 5s are hard to get your hands on. Even now, they're still a bit hard to get your hands on. But just because of that, you got to remember, all the games, like the Spider-Man game and stuff like that, are all throwing in at both consoles. Problem is, you've got issues. You've got screen tearing. You've got frame drops. You got every single problem that can happen. And that is the biggest issue with that. So with the issues itself, that's why they're trying to actually go along, because they're trying to make it play better on a 2070. I will tell you, even under PC a 2070, even the best builds will still give off frame drops with Cyberpunk. It's just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. You've got to run a 3070 plus to actually see the true graphics of the game. And even then, like I said, it's annoying. It's annoying because you see yourself when you use ray tracing or try to use the lighting. Yeah. How are you doing, French? I'm English. How are you doing this morning, my friend? But like I said, yeah. Hopefully they actually fix the game to where it's actually more feasible on a 2070. Because like I said, you got to remember, PlayStation 5 is still in infancy stage. It's still in beta stage, kind of. And it's got a lot of work to come up. And that's exactly what's happening. So, like I said, it's just what it is. Like I said, if you like the stream so far, guys, like I said, you can always hit that follow button and basically support the channel as much as you can. Like I said, you can also check out my YouTube channel. Like I said, that's open up for business as well. Just kidding. But that's basically one of the places I dump all my videos because, like I said, that's why I don't try to support Twitch that much. Just because of that reason. Just because it only holds the videos for about a week and then it's gone. All my work, gone. Destroyed. Just because of the reasons. I don't know. It's what it is. But I'm not complaining about it. It's just what it is. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm going to be ending my stream here shortly, guys. Like I said, I got to go along. I do a couple things now this morning, or just almost this afternoon now. It's almost, like I said, it's almost 11 o'clock. And hopefully, basically, I'll enjoy the stream so far, of course. Like, I mean, you can check out my YouTube channel. You can check out me on here daily. Like I said, I do sometimes do 2 or 3 streams daily. I try to keep up with time zones and stuff like that. I know, like I said, I'm from Canada itself. I know, basically try to keep up with the U.S. time zones all over the world. It's really hard to do it. Like I said, it's a lot of work to it. Like, I mean, sometimes I even get so worn out trying to actually do that. It's not even funny. Sometimes I even take one day off of streaming. I'll get that much out of it. But anyway, regardless of that, guys, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Peace out. And just have fun doing what you do. Like I said, if you enjoy my streams itself, you can drop by anytime. Like I said, I'm Gamersmith, of course, and signing out for now. And probably catch you later. If not, like I said, hopefully you enjoy to do what you do. Peace out.